What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JP, back with another video. Now, I told y'all I was going to try to get my hands on the Umidigi F1, and here it is. Let me tell you, this thing is bad. It is only $40 more than the Umidigi 1 Max that I posted a video about a couple weeks ago, and it is worlds better. Worlds better. Definitely worth the extra $40. Now, don't get me wrong. For the 180 that the 1 Max goes for, it is feature packed. Feature packed. It has things that this phone, the F1, does not have. It's basically a trade-off. They both have very similar designs. They both have a 6.3 inch edge to edge water drop notched display. The 1 Max is a HD plus. The F1 is a full HD plus. For their resolutions, they both look great. You're going to be hard pressed finding another phone with a HD plus display that's not AMOLED that looks as good as the 1 Max. And likewise with the F1 when it comes to full HDs. When it comes to full HD plus displays, I'm sorry, y'all, can't talk straight here. For a non-AMOLED panel, you're not going to find a full HD plus display that looks this good. Both devices, their secrets as far as the displays is they are LCDs, but they're not of the IPS technology that commonly comes from LG. These devices actually use the LTPS technology from Sharp, which in my opinion has always been better than LG. The Honor 8 that came out a couple years ago, not the Honor 8X, but that's another example as well. But the Honor 8 was the first time I experienced an LTPS LCD. And ever since then, they've just been significantly better than IPS panels. Every time LG upgrades the IPS, the LTPS are upgraded from Sharp, and again, they look better. As far as non-AMOLED, LTPS is the technology. And Umidigi consistently uses that technology, and they're good at it. A lot of people have been wondering, this or the blue Vivo 11 Plus. Both have the same chipset, the same specs. They both have LCD panels. I can't remember if the Vivo 11 Plus was IPS or LTPS, but I would definitely say either way, the display on this looks a lot better. Not just because it has the water drop notch as opposed to the eyebrow notch that's found on the Vivo 11 Plus, but because the Vivo 11 Plus, like all of Blue's phones, they always tend to be oversaturated. This phone actually has similar wallpapers to what is on the Vivo 11 Plus. This is the best one, honestly. It's very similar to one that's on the 11 Plus from Blue. And I don't have the Vivo 11 Plus anymore to really compare the two side by side, but the similar wallpaper right here that's on the Blue, when put next to this, you could definitely see the oversaturation that the Vivo 11 Plus has compared to this device. The color accuracy on this phone is A1. It is top notch. Again, you are not going to find another non-AMOLED full HD plus panel that looks this good. And again, yeah, I won't lie, the water drop notch does definitely add to the effect. Very minimal bezels. Even the chin is very minimal. Very minimal. I mean this device, from a distance, it looks like the OnePlus 6T. I mean, there's no kidding. I'm not even kidding about that. It is gorgeous. Of course, the Vivo 11 Plus, it has the eyebrow notch, but it actually puts it to use, again, as I said in many of my other videos, as that actually has 3D facial recognition, just like the Pocophone F1 has. This phone, like the OnePlus 6T, has facial recognition, but it's the software, the 2D based facial recognition. And as I said in many other videos, this is the perfect notch to use for that full screen effect if you don't have 3D facial recognition. The Vivo 11 Plus has 3D facial recognition, so it has the eyebrow notch for a reason. Just like the iPhones, just like the Pocophone. Most phones that have that eyebrow notch, it's just there for looks. There's no need to have it. They should have had the water drop notch to begin with. The water drop notch, as many of you know, was out before the eyebrow notch was anyway, thanks to the Essential phone, which came out months before the iPhone 10. So everyone just jumped on the bandwagon to look like the iPhone, but didn't actually put the space to use like Apple did, like Blue did, like Xiaomi did with the Pogo phone. Um, this phone here is absolutely gorgeous. This is the gold model. A lot of people were reviewing the black and the red model. I do love that red model, but I want it to be different. Wanted to show off a different color, so I got the gold. Um, I'll be honest. Um, the gold, it's not what I thought it was going to be. Um, it's the pictures. I can't say the pictures really look different. They really don't. I don't really know what I was expecting. I mean, I knew the back of the phone wasn't glass like the One Max. It's aluminum. I knew that. So I don't really know what I expected, to be honest. Just gold on glass like the iPhone 10s and 10s Max is gorgeous. There's other Android phones that have gold backs, glass, and they're beautiful. Gold on aluminum, it's hasn't been something that's really been nice since the iPhone 5s and the iPhone SE had it. So I mean, it's nothing special. I still would have preferred the red, but again, I chose to go with a different color just to show the differences. I mean, it's not bad. I actually like the texture of it. It feels really good in the hand, and I want to go to this case right quick. Umidigi included a fake leather case for the phone. I really prefer the case that came with the One Max, just a clear silicone, so it could show off the design of the phone. Because honestly, this fake leather right here, I feel like it's more slippery than the texture of the phone itself. So, I don't really feel as protected with that case because I feel like it's going to slip out of my hand still, as it would without a case. And honestly, it doesn't feel as slippery. Nonetheless, so it's a beautiful design. There's your camera design, has the red rings around the lenses. They're both real lenses. I know some people question if the One Max has true dual lenses on the back. This does, in fact, the F1. There's your Umidigi logo there. Has an odd oval shaped fingerprint sensor. Your Samsungs actually have that for those that still have rear fingerprint sensors. It works as good as any other Umidigi phone that I've gotten accustomed to. I found that Umidigi's fingerprint sensors, whether they're on the back or the side, like the One Max, the One and the One Pro, I find that they work very well, but they are very sensitive isn't the word I'm looking for. It's quite the opposite. They just you have to get your finger on it just right, or it won't accept it. They're very finicky, I guess you could say. When you got your finger on it just right, they're blazing fast. The facial recognition on the F1 is by far the best out of any Umidigi device. And dare I say, it's almost as good as the OnePlus 6T's facial recognition. It actually even has a lot of the same features that the OnePlus 6T has. It has, not only does it have the lift to wake feature right there. I don't know if you can see that here. Let me cut this flash off here a little bit here. Kind of hard to really tell here. There it goes. It has the lift to wake feature right there. And if we go back to, let's see. Go back to security here, face unlock. I don't care if you know my code. No big deal. Right here, this is your options for the facial recognition here. You notice how it also has the option for the screen to light up in dark places, just like the OnePlus 6T. Quite frankly, the only thing it's missing is to tap the screen, which I think would be more battery efficiency and easier. To wake the screen by a tap and then letting the the facial recognition do its thing. Um, but I know on the OnePlus 6T that turned off the lift to wake feature. It was kind of odd. You couldn't have two on at the same time. Um, and This phone is very sensitive to the lift to wake, so I don't always leave it on. The OnePlus 6T wasn't quite as sensitive, but it was still pretty sensitive though. That's why I preferred the tap to wake feature. This doesn't have the tap to wake; it just has just the lift to wake. But you know that's okay, no big deal. Now, I want to go over some of the other accessories here. You know, there's really no reason to go over the box contents. Umidigi's boxes are really all the same. I mean, I've had 4 or 5 of their phones, and the box is usually the same. The thank you card, link to the world, which has your SIM removal tool and your manual, your sleeve. I mean, it's the same. The reason why I have the AC adapter out like this is because I see a lot of reviews from the US where people have the foreign adapter from overseas that needs the other adapter to work in the wall outlets here in the US. Umidigi officially sells their phones on Amazon now here in the US. And when you order from Amazon, it comes with a Umidigi branded fast charge US plug. And I just wanted to show that. I always thought that was pretty cool there. Of course, it has your Type-C, your red one, which is also very common from Umidigi, kind of like OnePlus. The phone does have USB Type-C. Obviously, I just said that, as well as your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. There's one of your speakers right there. And the bezels are even slimmer than they already are on the One Max. You know, they both have the same, 6.3-inch water drop screen. You know, one's HD+, the other one's Full HD+. But the bezels on this are also smaller, including that chin. I mean, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Definitely, they've definitely one-upped the Honor 8X, which was known for having the slimmest bezel on a notched LCD screen, which is also LTPS, as I said earlier. And this is a water drop notch. The Honor 8X kind of has that square notch where it's kind of in between the eyebrow and the water drop. Kind of like the Pixel 3 XL, but not quite as big. Umidigi did a very good job designing this phone. I want to talk about gaming really quick. A lot of people are asking how the gaming is. I'm surprised that there's a game that I've been using to benchmark phones the past few months, and there's a reason why. I've been using Dragon Ball Legends to benchmark gaming on these phones. The reason why is because that game is actually more resource intense than people may realize. And you don't have to be a Dragon Ball fan just to install it and use it for testing. Of course, I am a big Dragon Ball fan, but that is, for a different day. Dragon Ball Legends has many different graphic settings. Okay? Let me get to that right quick. Let me turn it down. Usually when you download this game and you select a high-res version after it's downloaded and you're setting the game up for the first time on the phone, the default graphics quality is on the second to the highest. That's default right there. On high-res, second to the highest graphics quality. Okay? What I do is, after I install the game and I obviously select high-res, I put it on high. I have found many phones, not just under the $200 mark, but phones under the $300 mark even, that cannot handle this game on the highest graphics setting. High res with the highest graphics setting, the highest graphics quality, I should say. High res and the highest graphics quality. Again, by default, it's set right there. I go and set it right here on the highest. And I have tested many phones that cannot handle this game on the highest graphics quality settings. Dragon Ball Legends. Download it. I have found many phones that cannot do it. The the Nokia 3.1 Plus, the Cricket exclusive version, couldn't do it. But I don't think that its processor was the issue. I think it's the fact that it only had 2 gigs of RAM. The US Cricket exclusive version only has 2 gigs of RAM. I think that played a role in that. I don't have a video of the Nokia 3.1 Plus. I was going to do one, but I didn't end up doing it. I had the phone for a very short while to test. If it had 3 gigs of RAM, it would have been a lot better, I think. But your Helio P22 and P23 chipsets cannot handle this game even on the second highest graphics setting, which is what this game comes with by default on high res. Helio P22, that includes the regular blue Vivo 11, the Vivo XL4. The Helio P23 is what the Umidigi 1 Pro and 1 Max have. The Alcatel 7 has the P23. There's a couple of other phones that I tested that had the Helio P22, Helio P23, and I've even found the Helio P25 also cannot handle this game on the highest graphics settings, like the new mobile G3 and G3 Plus. I have, there's a lot of phones, not just Helios, not just MediaTeks, Snapdragons. Any of your Snapdragon 400 series phones, they can't do it. Your Snapdragon 625 can't do it. Your 630, it can, but you'll notice frame rate drops throughout the gaming session. So it's not just a MediaTek thing. Your Kirin 659 can't handle this game on the highest graphics setting. Now the Kirin 710 that's found in the Honor 8X can. This phone, which has the Helio P60, it can, and it handles it like a champion. The blue Vivo 11 Plus, which has the Helio P60, handled this game wonderfully. I tested the 4 gig and the 6 gig variant wonderfully. The Umidigi F1 right here has 4 gigs with the Helio P60, and it handles this game without a stutter, without a frame rate drop. So if anyone wants to question if this phone can game, yes, it can game. The only reason this phone can't play Fortnite is because Epic tests the game for specific processors. If the game was available on the Play Store, I bet you it would work on this phone. They've already lowered the requirements for Fortnite without actually downgrading the graphics because they found that it was compatible with lower powered Qualcomm chipsets. They recently made it available for Snapdragon 710 equipped phones, Snapdragon 670 equipped phones, and Snapdragon 660 equipped phones. The Helio P60 is not far from the 660 Snapdragon, so I promise you this phone could handle Fortnite. Just a matter of time before Epic actually makes it compatible. There's no doubt in my mind that this phone can handle PUBG without question. And I don't even know why people are even still using Asphalt 8 when Asphalt 9 blows Asphalt 8 out of the water. Okay? If you want to test current hardware with current software, it needs to be Asphalt 9. Now, if you try to get Asphalt 9 from the Play Store, you won't find it because in the US, they don't have compatibility records with a lot of the MediaTek Helios. But because the game is a freemium game, you can legally download the APK from other websites, and it'll download the files that you need, the OBB files. And I promise you, it plays Asphalt 9 perfectly on the highest graphics setting. I tried it on the Vivo 11 Plus a while back, and it played it just fine. I'll try it on here. There's no doubt in my mind that this phone will handle it like a champion. There's no need to test Asphalt 8. I promise you, Asphalt 9 will work wonderfully on this phone. Like I said, you want a good game to test the graphics quality? Dragon Ball Legends, high res on the highest graphics quality setting. This phone, this game, I have seen one run very slowly on other phones, even on the default setting, which is the second to the highest. So, You want a good game to test the quality, test the power? Dragon Ball Legends, right there. Well, I kind of went over everything on this video, everything that I think I wanted to. Just wanted to go over the basics. You know how I do. These are just my quick overviews. Again, the Umidigi unboxes are all the same, but so far, really digging this phone. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, the caveats between this and the One Max is that basically you're losing wireless charging. That's the caveat. You're losing wireless charging that the One Max has, but you're getting a way better processor. I mean, light years ahead. Um, you're going down. You're going. You're not just going. You're going from a 16 nanometer chipset all the way to a 12 nanometer chipset. Not you're just skipping 14 nanometer altogether. And Helio P60, has tons of AI features, more so than a lot of your Snapdragons. So, it's very comparable to your latest Kirin chipsets, like your 710, and even your 970 in a lot of regards. Has the same graphics chip as the Kirin 970, the Mali G72. So again, this phone is a sleeper. It's sold officially on Amazon by Umidigi, for $220. Fantastic deal. Can't beat it. If I'm not mistaken, it even has a 5% off coupon that you just click on, and it took off like $11, I think. But hope y'all enjoyed this video. Comments and questions, leave them down below, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.